Okay, look. 3, 2. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Action.
'Hey guys, it's the Mid 3 podcast where three Middle Easterns talk about anime. My name is Karim, and the guy with the awesome pink shirt is Ahmed. Wave to the
That's
camera.
right.
And the guy to the bottom of me is MK.
No compliment. No compliment. You just compliment
the
him.
guy
who
The guy with the
showed up
cool
on his
AirPods, the Segway King, MK. The one who was correct about JJK being the best new gen anime.
Look who's the
JJK
Segway King
Herald.
now.
Being the best new gen
Bringing us into our first topic. Finally, after months. Actually, I feel like it's fair to say years because I've been telling you to watch it for a year now.
For a year, yeah, it's actually been a year because I went to Egypt, I went to
Yeah.
Dubai in January, and that's when we watched it
MK's
together.
camera is
And then
breaking.
since then, I haven't watched a single episode after that. I literally, you're right. I stopped.
It's
I
been
stopped
over a
at
year.
the worst part. I stopped at the worst part.
You stopped 20 seconds before it got good.
Before,
Literally.
This is actually crazy. But yeah, no, I just
now
straight-
that you have finally both seen
And
JJK,
I agree with Ahmed.
you
The Mekamaru
understand
part is
the-
actually like I actually like him because like throughout he was guiding them, like he had a purpose in the arc. I actually like that. So he's not even.
I don't. In my rewatch, okay, after the first watch, I really thought that part was bad, and in my head, it was like 4 episodes. But then in the rewatch, I realized it's like an episode and a half. It's not
No,
even that
the
long,
thing
and
is,
it's not even
It
that
wasn't
bad.
bad when I watched it.
Compared to the other stuff, yeah, sure, it's
I'll
mid.
tell you.
But anything compared to the other stuff,
I'll tell you
is, like,
why.
hard to yeah.
I'll tell you why we thought it was like 100 hours long. Because when we were watching it, there were 3 of us, and one of us, who was not on this call, it was me, Kareem, and someone else, kept falling asleep every like 5 minutes. So we'd end up pausing the episode, and then the next day we'd like start it from the beginning, or we'd go a few episodes back. So even though
I
it was just
remember,
an
yes,
episode
yes,
and a half, it took us like 3 days to watch them. So in my head,
Yeah, I
that
remember
person
you guys
is,
saying
if that
this-
person
this
is
season
watching
was
this
not good.
episode, if that person's watching this episode, they will know exactly who they are. They know themselves very well. Someone who likes to sleep during episodes when things are just about to pick up. Not mentioning names, but
But now that we've watched it, let's break it down. Let's break down the masterpiece that is JJK season 2. Because this
forgot
season
it at
has
this point, if I'm honest.
you'll
I
remember
mean,
when we talk about it, and then you'll start picking up again.
the first half is some of the best like prequel or backstory I think I've ever seen in anime. It's done really well. It tells a lot of what we need to know.
Okay, wait, we need to pause.
It
Guys.
fills in a lot of the backstory.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
your
'cause
camera
we kinda have
and
some-
voice are cutting really badly, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna have some technical issues on the screen right now because there's some.
I think leave and join the call.
Yeah, leave and join the call.
Wait. Well,
Yeah, no, I think you need
okay,
to.
I've switched to my hotspot.
Because the thing is,
No, I've
it's
switched to
like,
my hotspot. It should
it's still it's out of sync though.
Alright.
Like you're still out of sync. Hello.
I am back. Is this better?
Yep,
It's
it's in
better.
sync now.
It's better. Hopefully, it doesn't break.
Okay, cool. So what I was saying was, first half of the season, which is the backstory of Gojo and Setu, is some of the best like
Is it Seto or
backstory
Geto?
or like prequel or like
Is it Seto or
what's it
Geto?
called?
I
What?
think it was Geto.
Ghetto. Sorry.
Seto Kaiba. Oh, that's the word.
So the Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's a little yeah.
And his name is Ghetto Satoru, I think. So I got that.
Oh yeah,
initials
Geto.
and
No, it's Satoru Gojo. Geto something.
Something with an S.
I don't know his last name to be honest. I don't know.
Maybe not. I don't know. It's been a while since I watched it. Ghetto. Anyways, their backstory is great. It's so fucking good. It really it builds up the villain so well. Because when we saw him in the movie, he just seemed like a racist piece of shit. That's all he was.
Pretty much.
But then when you watch his backstory, you really get his perspective. You understand where he's coming from. And I feel like it's done really well.
Yeah, he's one of those villains that you don't necessarily agree with at all, but like you get where he's coming from. So what he's doing doesn't seem too far fetched. It's like, okay, he's doing this because he's because he's believing in these things. He's obviously like seen so much shit that he's like traumatized. So at that point he's just like full on crazy, but you get why he's doing the things he's doing. So it's pretty cool. I love that flashback. Like before I even started the second part, I told you that was amazing. It was a nice flashback. I really like the opening. The opening of Hidden Inventory is so nice. Did you guys know the opening for it? I don't know, Sumika.
I forgot it on.
Oh yeah, I love that opening.
I love
it's
that
so
opening.
good.
Where Our Blue Is, I think, is the English name. Where Our Blue Is. I love that opening. I listened to it on repeat. Amazing openings. That's the number one. This is not to discredit Hidden Inventory, but the opening is literally the best part of it because the opening is so good. Like the opening is amazing. I love that. It's one of my favorite openings.
Yeah, put it again on the drum game.
I just searched it on YouTube. I skipped it every single time. I've never heard this opening.
What, bro? This is one of the best openings I've ever heard. Yeah, you should.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it right after. But I skipped it.
I like
every
it so much
time.
better.
I didn't skip it a single time.
The openings in the season 2 of JJ, like the one is terrible, but the opening in Hidden Inventory is amazing. You Are My Special is like, okay, I get what they were trying to do with it, but like it doesn't. I
don't. Fit. It was terrible.
Like
I
when he was
I watched it the first time and that was it.
When he was on the ground, like traumatized. And then it starts You Are My Special. It's like they're trying to. It's like they're poking fun at Yuji. It's like Sukuna.
It reminds me of Naruto. You are my friend.
I like that opening though. I like that opening. You are my friend. Okay. No, the thing
there are so many good Naruto openings. That is not one of them.
When You Are My Special played after Yuji was completely traumatized, like when Sukuna switched and he's like, feast your eyes on the disaster you've caused. He's like seeing the genocide that was committed. And then it just like plays, You Are My Special, and the guy's going through it, vomiting on the ground. It's like, it kind of gives me the feeling that Sukuna is singing You Are My Special to him. He's like head patting him, like, look, like he's like making fun of him, you know what I mean? That's the kind of vibe I got from the song. So maybe that's what they were going for, but yeah.
We'll get to that. But, so yeah, Hidden Inventory, brilliant, very well done. Everything's great. And then we get into the main...
The present arc.
present. I think we could just call it the Shibuya arc because
Shibuya incident arc. I think that's what it's called.
It was amazing. There are a few things that I'm not the biggest fan of. Honestly, it feels a lot in a lot of times. It does feel like. It's some, I don't know how to phrase this, but the glazing is a bit like you.
No.
I was saying it.
Okay, the glazing.
This is the strongest attack.
Oh, for Gojo,
no one can stop this except for Gojo. This is the best curry I've ever had, except the one Gojo makes.
Yeah, and they're saying all these things because like it's either because it's a gag or because they're setting up something. But the thing is, here's the thing. I really like the glazing they did for Sukuna because we know this guy's the big bad.
That was
the glazing.
Okay. Sukuna needs glazing because he's never around. We need something to show us that he's strong. But the Gojo's glazing is so unnecessary.
They kind of have to match. They kind of have to match the Sukuna glaze with the Gojo.
They don't though, because Gojo is there and he's the strongest guy, and he keeps flexing on people.
But he got sealed.
But the one time that I liked,
and bro got sealed, and they're still glazing.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
I like they fall to the ground. Yeah.
Like, he'll be sealed, and then the next episode, the unsealable Gojo.
I personally like the Gojo glaze. Because I feel like it hypes up.
Sometimes
it hypes up Gojo.
But sometimes it's really hype. Like in that sealing point when Nakamura was telling them, and he was like. Bad news, he got sealed. Good news, they can't move it. Why can't they move it? Because it's Gojo. I like it.
I like that.
That wasn't unnecessary glaze. That was like necessary. That made sense. That was funny. Like it was relevant. But like when the crow bitch is using her strong crow attack, No one could survive this
Actually,
except for Gojo. Like, what was the point?
No, because I think actually because Gojo's gonna play a part, and all these abilities they're saying Gojo can protect himself against are gonna come into play. I actually think there's gonna be something like that. But I'm other than that, like if it's just the gag, I even enjoy the gag, so I'm okay with the gag as well.
I don't mind the gag. Like I didn't mind it in the crow part, but some other parts were just like a bit like.
I don't remember most of
quite
that.
There was something about domains, and they were like, except for Gojo.
Oh, simple
I don't remember
domain.
what
Yeah,
it was exactly.
it was something about simple domains. I will say something though. I do have a gripe with JJK, and this might just be a personal opinion. It's a very subjective opinion, but they kill a lot of people off. Too many people off. I don't like. Okay, some is okay, but like, don't kill all my favorite characters off. At that point, it just gets lame. Like, please, like, just like Nanami.
You're just a little bit.
Nanami, like
you're still a bit heartbroken. It's fine.
Nanami just like
this is a man who's never seen Game of Thrones.
Nanami went poof, and he didn't even use any of his abilities. He just punched people, and then he just went poof. I would have liked.
I will say I kept expecting abilities from Nanami.
Exactly, that's what I was saying.
Last time he actually did something was like when he was like, "Oh, overtime contingency." Whatever.
He just gave up. Like Jogo just came and burned this guy's face off, and then. I really like.
You're forgetting how much he went through before that happened. Like he'd been fighting for hours.
But he didn't use any of his abilities. He didn't use any of his abilities. He just slashed and punched and kicked.
He did.
Which one did he use? Did I miss something? Which one did he use?
They just don't really shout out the ability names anymore because they assume we know them. Like when he was stuck in the domain expansion.
Everyone else uses their fucking chats out their domain.
No, because I know his ability.
Also, he never even got a domain. I wanted to see his
ability overtime. His ability
yeah, he never figured it out.
It's overtime, right?
It's fine.
I wanted to see him figure it out.
That's not. He doesn't have a domain expansion.
He's never domain expanded.
No, I'm saying
like, I haven't figured it out.
Nanami is overtime. Like I want to see him at least like use it to some capacity. One other thing as well. I really aside from Nanami's death, I'm heartbroken. You're right. It's probably just me being heartbroken. But I really liked what they showed between the life he wished he had and the life he's currently living and why he chose that life. That was brilliant. Brilliant directing, by the way. As opposed to the bad directing where Nobara, for some reason, died and then the flashback came. I'm just like, who are these characters being shoved in my face? After
I don't think Nobara is dead. I don't think Nobara is dead.
Oh well, the guy in the end was
guys,
like,
Nobara is for sure not dead because I've been spoiled in the manga.
No, but
you don't have to tell us that.
Yeah, but the guy.
I'm not gonna tell you shit. I know, but like obviously she's not dead.
The guy did say there's a it's not 0%. It's not 0% that
there's no way they would show us all that shit and then just kill her off. Like that's pointless. It makes no sense. They added these characters for a reason. We're gonna see what's gonna happen with them.
I just saw a frame of her later on that it makes sense now.
I don't know. I don't think we're gonna see more of that worker or any more of that country girl.
We'll see. I think we will. There's no way to just introduce them to these.
No, but those are the people introduced in the flashback. We're not gonna see them anymore, anyways.
No, they were just introduced to give Nobara more backstory. They don't matter.
Yeah, but I would have liked that backstory right before she. I think that was the kind of a.
No, yeah, I think beforehand
I'm just naming very few things. Like I have very few gripes with it. I'm just naming all my gripes so that I can start glazing the entire season. My third gripe and the final gripe, maybe just something I misunderstood. You guys can help me out in understanding this. But they said that Choso, his poison when it went through Uraume's hand, the ice girl,
who's Uraume?
The girl that bowed to Sukuna, the ice girl, it poisoned her.
Yeah.
Right when it pierced her, but when it pierced Yuji, it didn't poison him. That's something I didn't understand. Maybe I missed something. I didn't go back and check, but like I didn't understand because she got poisoned and she said like she had to do something and Yuji didn't get poisoned. I don't know. My understanding is maybe because it pierced her where it didn't pierce Yuji, but actually no, it did pierce Yuji like in his liver, right?
It pierced Yuji.
That part I didn't really understand, but maybe I missed something. Maybe I didn't.
No, it did poison Yuji.
Did it? I maybe I missed it. I'm saying I could have missed it, but I don't remember it.
He was like dazed as fuck for like half the fight. No, but he was saying
a fatal. He was saying it's because it was a fatal hit to one of his fatal organs. It was a hit to one of his fatal. It wasn't because I didn't hear it say poison, but maybe it's like another thing I didn't go back and check, and it could be is that maybe it was a special move that Choso did that he didn't use against Yuji. Maybe there's.
I don't remember. Like I can't say whether that's true or not.
I'd have to go back and check, but that was really the only thing I have left to say about it. Now, full on glazing is like. That season was phenomenal. Like the animation was like eye candy, just pure eye candy from start to finish.
I will say
A lot
There
of
was
fights.
so
What
much
was your
fighting.
Yeah, there's a lot of fights. I was about to say that, but,
There's a lot of
but
And I
honestly,
wanted to
like,
ask, what is each of your favorite fights?
I've said okay. Let me do this because this was one of my top 3 anime fights, and I couldn't speak about it openly because you guys hadn't watched the season.
All right.
Yuji plus what's his name? The guy that Boogie Woogie guy. What's
oh,
his
Boogie
name?
Woogie. Yeah, Todo.
Todo?
Todo, one of my favorite
Todo.
my favorite character, maybe. in the
Todo.
show.
Todo and Yuji versus Mahito is one of my favorite fights in anime. Because we
Very
see
good fight.
Yuji at his absolute like he just hit beyond rock bottom. Like he's after everything that happened with Sakuna, and he barely dragged himself up to start fighting just to watch Nabura and the other guy. I forgot his name as well.
Wait.
The guy that we're sad that he died.
Oh,
Nanami.
Makamaru?
Overtime.
Makamaru? Oh, Nanami.
No,
Nanami.
fuck.
Nanami.
Nanami,
I don't know,
just to watch
I-
Nanami and Nabura die,
Yeah.
and just fall apart all over again. And then Todo walks in and like picks him up, and they fight together, and it's just a great fight scene. Everything that happens in it is great. And then when Todo loses his hand, and I lose my shit, and I'm like, he's not gonna be able to boogie oogie anymore, and he still does boogie
He
oogie.
clapped he clapped his hand to Boogie Woogie. Oh, that was
That was such a good scene.
such
It
a-
was so
and
good.
it's so random.
Do you guys think he's
I
gonna
don't
get his arm back?
I don't know. I really don't know.
anything. See, the thing is like curses and like energy and all that. in the
Yeah,
show, like
no.
I don't know what the limit is. So
No,
like,
it's not the most consistent.
I don't know what the limit is, but like I'm gonna assume maybe he probably gets his hand back because he's a very popular character and they're gonna want to use him more. He's probably gonna find some way to use his.
No, but
Boogie
he's
Woogie again.
very strong, so maybe they needed to nerf him or something.
Maybe.
But maybe
like,
he'll find like, a way
honorable
to use
mention-
Boogie Woogie again. Yep.
Honorable mentions would go to these aren't really fights because they were way too one-sided, but Gojo versus the two demons, the fire guy and the forest guy.
Jogo
Forgot
and-
their names.
What was the
Yeah.
forest guy's name?
That was
Nanami?
just maybe I don't know.
Nanami, yeah.
That was just a fun watch. Like when Gojo was like walking towards him and crushing
That-
him to the
That
wall.
was just aura
and he's
farming.
like,
That was aura farming.
it was, but it was so cool. Like, when he
It was
looked,
cool, yeah.
when he looked at it, when he looked at the fire guy, he's like, "Are you sure you want to keep going? Can this asparagus stick more?"
I
It was
just,
so
I just
cool.
want to say, this is the difference for me between JJK aura farming and solo leveling aura farming. I know Jogo and Hanami. I know them. So when Gojo aura
Yeah.
farms against them, it means more to me. It's like,
True.
it's a better scene for me. When he's like aura farming against an ant, like, sorry, but like if that ant was Meruem from Hunter x Hunter, sure, that would have been an amazing scene. But it's not. It's a random ant that lived for about an episode. Like I don't care. I just don't care.
I saw a TikTok of a podcast where people were comparing solo leveling to JJK, and I gotta say, this generation is doomed.
It's not
How could anyone
comparable, man. Like
compare solo
the
leveling to
animation is
anything?
good. Don't get me wrong, but like
I hope our podcast gets big enough that I can that my flame to other podcasts will be heard across the world. Your fucking opinions are bad, and you should not have a podcast.
I've actually seen some podcasts talk
Coming
down,
from someone
talk
who has a
down-
podcast that no one watches, you should not have a podcast.
I've actually seen some podcasts talk about solo leveling, talk down on it, and they have good reasons. Now there are some things that solo leveling does well. I'm not gonna lie. Like animation and hype, they do well. But like you can't compare it to JJK, where JJK is literally its father, right?
There's
it does
no
everything
story.
better.
You can't have any
It's
weight
like-
without a story.
Exactly.
True.
You can't have
100%.
weight without being attached to the characters in some form or some way.
Like- Another aura forming thing. When we saw Sakuna versus
my favorite fight.
Jogo,
Oh, not that. I was gonna say Sukuna face Maharaga is.
Oh, I
amazing.
remember. I remember
I
who it was.
love
Kareem. It
Sukuna
was
face
RDC Gaming, bro.
They oh, bro.
He was defending fucking
They're
solo
so funny though.
leveling.
They're so funny though. I love them.
Nah. He's just like a child. He's just a child that wants fights. That it is what it is.
But the thing is, okay.
but
So, I have a hard
the
time
Jogo.
choosing between your fight.
One second. Let me just like this. The last honorable mention and a great aura forming moment when it was Sakuna and Jogo, and then Sakuna after he just beats the fuck out of him, he's like, you know what? Let me use your fire as well, and then he just starts using like that was cool. That was really cool. That was a very
Yeah,
cool
That
aura
was
forming
like,
that
and
was.
the thing is, when he was like, stand, like, what was it? Stand proud, you're strong, and like that was like Sukuna is like. He's actually such an interesting character to me, even though he seems very one-dimensionally evil, and like he's just so powerful that he's beyond everyone else. Like in terms of like he doesn't give a shit about anyone else. Like if you're in my way, I'm just gonna kill you if I want to because you can't do anything about it. But
He's
like
so cool. Like the scene where he goes to the other four sorcerers and he's like, "None of you can move. If you move,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
kill you. You move when I say
and he's just
go."
playing a game with them
Yeah.
because he's bored. Yeah,
That's really cool.
like, bro. And no one could say anything. Everyone's just like, okay, there's nothing we can do. We're just gonna
Oh,
stop.
shout out my least favorite character of the whole fucking show.
Who?
The sorcerer guy with the sword.
The lawyer?
He's trying to fucking run away.
The lazy guy.
Lazy guy.
He's so annoying.
So I actually got spoiled.
And then at
something
the
about
end
it.
of the
I got
show,
spoiled
he's
something
like,
about
"Oh,
it.
he voted against saving."
I actually
Yuji
like
or
him.
whatever.
I actually like him because I know something about him. I actually
'Cause you're
like,
a bum.
I
like him 'cause
I got
you're a bum,
spoiled.
like-
No. I got spoiled, and it's kind of funny. So I like these kind of funny gag characters. So I kind of like
I
Todo's one of my
fucking hate
favorite.
gay characters.
Todo's one of my favorites.
So what's your favorite fight, Karim?
It's between Todo and Yuji face
Mahito?
Mahito and Sukuna face Maharaga. Because Sukuna face Maharaga, the animation just blew my fucking
That was
mind.
really good.
Like the
The
fact,
animation
and,
was good, but it was like he was gonna win. Like
but the thing is like Mahoraga's still
there was
so
no
OP.
stakes there.
Mahoraga's so OP. He pushed Sukuna to use his domain expansion. Like that's not like Mahoraga's
Yeah, but there
probably
was
the second
really no
strongest person
stakes.
there.
You're telling me like anyone was gonna fucking die to this thing? Nah.
No,
It was the second strongest
what I
thing
like.
there. It was the second strongest thing there. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
only
but
Sukuna could
and
have
with
it.
that there were still no
Or actually,
stakes because Sukuna was the one fighting
Gojo was
it.
still the third. No, but the thing is like now we know how strong it is. In the future, when it's being used or tamed or whatever, we know how useful.
Yeah,
it can be.
now we know how strong it is, but at the time there still were no stakes.
But what I
There
liked
aren't
about
really
it
any
is that
stakes,
it
but
let
we're
us
learning
know.
more about it because this power is like so broken for Megumi, right? So it's more for Megumi than it is.
It-
Like
let us know
it was cool
why-
how the fight started. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna trap this guy in the fucking ritual with me. And it didn't really make too much sense how, oh, if Sakuna, someone from the outside killed it, then it was like it never happened and Megumi doesn't die. Sure, whatever, bro. Plot armor.
The fact
But,
that
like, the
Megumi,
fight is-
the fact that
okay.
Megumi activated it and then just went unconscious, and then the
Yeah.
other guy was just
Died.
like left stranded with it. It's like, bro, please.
So
wake
is
up.
that what he was gonna do in the first season when he
I think
was
so.
fighting Sakuna? Yeah, I think so.
I think so. But and that's what I really liked. I don't the fight itself. You're right. It was a cool fight, but it didn't have any stakes. But what I liked about it is that it finally explained to us why Sakuna finds Megumi so interesting, and he wants him to
Yeah.
build him up so he can fight him. I like that. It was
I
cool.
really like Sukuna's domain expansion. The fact that it cuts anything in a 200-meter radius, like just everything is fucking cut. That's OP as shit. Like that's, yeah.
I thought his
Guys,
domain
bro.
expansion was Malevolent Shrine.
It is. That's the when he used it, everything got
Was that
cut around
Malevolent
it.
Shrine?
That was Malevolent Shrine. Yeah. It was
Sure.
Malevolent Shrine. That was yeah. And the thing, something I don't get with Sukuna is like, okay, he's like currently inhabiting bodies, right? Like he's inhabiting Yuji's body. So whoever eats the fingers, he inhabits that body. Does he like
No.
have his own body that he's eventually
Wait,
gonna go
what?
back
Not
to?
whoever eats the finger inhabits the body. It only worked with Yuji because for some reason he didn't like die from the finger, but
No,
usually
I'm saying like whoever
the-
survives it. Yeah, I'm saying like whoever like he can
No
only
yeah,
one's
but
inhabit-
and that's like rare. No one survived.
No,
it.
no, but I'm saying is like my point is like, is he ever gonna have his own body, or is his body just gone? I don't
No,
know.
I think he just needs the 20 fingers, and then he's taking over Yuji.
So he's like Exodia. He's like if you combine everything, he becomes like he just is.
Or not even, because they want to feed him the 20 fingers and kill him.
Yeah, that was the plan. Oh, did you guys
Yes.
see the ending? So much shit happened in that ending just in slideshow cards. Like Yuji's now sentenced
yeah.
to execution.
Yeah,
Yuta's the one that's gonna be executing him. I'm the one that's gonna kill Yuji, and so much shit just happening.
Yeah, the
And Gojo
fucking
now-
Yuta misunderstanding at the end is so cringe.
I think it's
Like,
so stupid. I think it's so. I think Yuta, by the way, is like gonna go about it his own way. I don't think he's gonna go like he's gonna try to save Yuji somehow. But I actually think that the fact they expelled Gojo is kind of stupid. Like you just got the biggest source of your power is gone. It's just gone. Like
No, but they've. It makes sense though, because they've always wanted to do that, but they couldn't because he's just stronger than
Well,
them.
now he's
so now they
trapped.
have
He's
the
not the
opportunity.
biggest source of their power. He's just gone.
no, but if they work to unseal him, like he's still Gojo. Like he's if you don't have Gojo on your side and Sukuna's running rampant, you're fucked. Like who's left to deal with Sukuna, right?
Well, they're trying to execute Sukuna, basically,
But how are they gonna do that?
by killing Yuji. By sending Yuta after Yuji.
I guess then it would be on Yuta if he doesn't kill Yuji. I guess that's probably.
Well, yeah. Well, the next season, the first few episodes, is going to be Yuta trying to kill Yuji. Yuji not trying to fight back. And Yuta being like this whole misunderstanding arc. It's going to be cringe as fuck.
I actually really liked Yuta's introduction at the end when he saved that girl, like in the convenience store.
Yeah.
That was epic when he jumped down with the
But
sword.
there's something I didn't understand.
What's
Didn't at the end of the movie, didn't Utah leave?
Yeah, he left to train and now he's back. What's the issue?
No. Utah's not the guy. Utah's the monster that's with the
No,
guy.
no, Rika's the monster.
The guy I
Yuta
forgot
is
his
the
name.
guy. Yuta's
Rika,
the guy. Rika's
yeah.
the
Sorry.
monster.
Okay. What's the monster's name?
Rika.
Rika. Yeah. Didn't Rika leave?
No,
Like,
she,
wasn't that
Well,
the whole
no,
point?
it was like no longer a curse that's haunting him.
she's
He,
like
he let go of that, but she's still his power.
So he can still use her.
Yeah.
He's
Ah,
actually
alright,
like he's
cool.
isn't he a S class?
That's what I got at
He's
least.
an S class.
He is, yes.
Just
He is.
because of
Yeah,
Rika.
because
So
he's
she's OP.
related to Gojo's bloodline.
Oh, is that why? I thought it was because his the monster.
That's why That's why this curse became so strong. It's because because Gojo was like, oh, it's because this guy's fucking related to me. More fucking. He's just glazing himself.
Okay, so Yuta's definitely like.
Yeah, he's
Probably
like
one of the
Rika isn't
strongest
even the
after-
reason he's strong. It could have been anything else, and it would have been this strong.
So Yuta's probably the second strongest sorcerer after Gojo. That we know.
We don't know.
We don't know. We haven't seen the other two.
Oh, the
not
blonde,
called
the blonde
S-ranks.
girl, the blonde
Yeah.
girl. You're right. we haven't
What are
seen
they
her.
called? I forgot
Wait,
what
what
they're
blonde
called.
girl?
The S. They're not. Maybe I'm thinking of soul leveling. That's why the S.
You are
They're like the special grade sorcerers.
special grade.
Special grade.
What blonde?
The
girl?
blonde girl that
The blonde girl that
that
talked to
shows up
Geto.
at the end. The one that talked to Geto and gave him the idea of killing all the humans.
Oh yeah, I still don't know who that is to be honest.
She's one of
Isn't
Gojo's
she?
classmates.
Didn't we
She
find
was
out that
Gojo's
she's the one that
classmate.
trained Todo?
Yeah,
She's the one that trained Todo, right?
She was one of Gojo's classmates, right? That's what I remember.
No, she's not. She wasn't one of Gojo's classmates. She had already graduated when Gojo was still in school.
Oh,
She
so
went to
she's
see
older than Gojo.
Geto. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I wasn't a big fan of how fucking the guy that died came back for a bit. Megumi's dad.
Oh,
I didn't mind that.
I actually like that.
I
Toji
like
was epic. Toji was epic.
They just did anything to fucking include him in the season, basically. Like, what was that?
No, but it was kind of
But I
epic.
didn't
It was
mind that.
kind of epic when at
It
the
was
end when he
cool.
looked at Toji and then he killed himself. That was epic. I like that. He looked at Toji and he's. Just
I mean,
didn't want
that
to
was
fight
a cool
anymore.
moment, but like, I don't know. I don't know how.
I think
feel
it was
about that.
because of. I think that whole thing was because of that one moment, just a closure for his character. Maybe I don't know, but like that felt kind of cool. I don't know. It was just a cool.
So Ahmed, what's your favorite fight of the season?
My favorite fight was Yuji versus Blood Guy.
Oh, Choso, that was
Really?
a really good fight. It was a really
Yeah.
good fight.
That was a good
actually
fight, but
one
I
of my
didn't think
favorites.
It was the most even fight. Who I didn't know who was gonna win. It was very well choreographed. It was really good animation, really good moments. There were like super fast moments and then slow moments where they both were thinking. We were like looking into both sides. It wasn't just like oh fight coming at each other like
Yeah.
fucking.
And Ahmed, you have
Which
a
is
theory.
cool,
you have
but
a
this
theory
was better.
you have a theory about Choso and
Yeah,
Yuji, right?
theory
You
that
wanna mention
Yuji's
it?
power is making everyone think he's their brother.
Because of Todo and because of like, can you imagine domain expansion? Like it's just like
Because this is twice now where they're imagining themselves like living a life previously with this guy, and then they have their memories altered or whatever, and then they think like
No,
they're
but, like,
related to him.
Imagine
Did
he
you-
uses
did you
imagine
get
he
that,
uses
though?
domain expansion. Sorry.
Did I get
Because
that?
I feel like you guys didn't understand. I feel like because I only understood it fully when I rewatched both seasons in a row. So Choso, the
I
reason
just thought
Choso wanted
Choso
to
was
kill
crazy.
Yuji was
or not crazy, but
no. The reason Choso wanted to kill Yuji is because Yuji killed his two brothers. If you
Yeah.
remember, his two brothers were in season 1, who they were the blood people, and him
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Nabura killed them. Now, those three people, Choso and his two brothers, they're not actually humans. They were the special grade curses that were the fetuses, and they were fed to humans, and they turned into those curses. Now, those fetuses, they were the experiments of the really old sorcerer who was the evil sorcerer back in the past.
Who?
Remember how they mentioned that there was this really old evil
Heian
sorcerer? At the end of the season, we find out that he's the one controlling Geto's brain.
oh, like the Heian era
Oh,
sorcery and all
Got
that.
it? I
Yes.
missed
Oh,
that completely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he at some point he got this girl who was from a very powerful clan, and he raped her repeatedly so he can make a very powerful curse. And then all these fetuses that he aborted, they're the special great curses. So when 3 of those were fed to 3 people, they turned into Choso and his 2 brothers. So when that happened with Choso, and Choso is now saying Yuji's his brother, that means that Yuji is related to that old sorcerer.
Yuji's related to the guy currently inhabiting Geto?
Yes.
Really?
Did you come up with that?
I haven't seen anyone say it, but it's what makes sense to me because he kept saying, "You're my brother. I feel the same as I felt with them." And when you rewatch season 1, you see that the only reason they're brothers is because they're all fetuses from that guy.
Okay.
That's
I
a
see.
very interesting theory that could very well be.
I don't think it's a theory. I think you're right. I think you just rewatched all the correct bits and you got a good line there. Yeah, I think you're right.
I only got it when I watched season 1 and season 2 in a row.
That's a very
And
good,
that
So
would
wait,
explain
that
why Yuji is so fucking powerful. Like, he's just inherently so powerful.
Yeah, he apparently can just black flash. Like, he just black flashes. I mean,
All
they
day,
when
Flash,
they were like,
bro
when
is
they
just
were like,
physically strong, can punch
Oh,
through
yeah,
walls,
he-
and he's just a dude.
yeah. No, that would explain. Like, if he's from like an OP like bloodline, then yeah, that would explain. Like, he's from. Well, that guy's like one of the most OP sorcerers in the Heian era, so that Yuji being his descendant, that makes sense.
And
That makes sense why
why
he can contain Sukuna. That would also kind of like if his bloodline is like some OP.
And he's one of the 3, and that bloodline is one of the 3 main clans. So there's Gojo's clan, and then there's the Blood Art clan, which is the clan that guy's from.
And the Zen.
And then there's the 3rd clan, which is the
Megumi's clan.
Sasuke clan.
Yeah, Zen
Yeah.
clan. So there's 3 major clans, and Yuji's part of one, Megumi's part of the other, and
What
Gojo's part
we
of the
think
third one.
Yuji's part.
And
We
nowhere else
think
just-
Yuji.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're correct at this point. Like he's part of the
I know
blood.
we just lived in a farm.
Oh, wait a minute.
On outskirts of
Wait a minute. You said blood something, right? Does that mean Yuji's gonna
Yes.
be able to use blood powers?
Maybe. I don't know.
Interesting.
I kind of know what power he's gonna be using because I got
Tell me,
spoiled,
don't-
but
don't.
I'm not gonna say it. But
I got spoiled
So-
a lot of things as well, so I might know what you're gonna say. Like, which power?
I got spoiled something
actually, I don't know his specific technique. I just know how strong he gets.
I got spoiled something from an Instagram reel about Fortnite, and I don't even do anything that has to do with Fortnite. But there was something in that, and it was a spoiler. And but, yeah.
Who was
What
it
was it?
relating to?
It was a Megumi spoiler.
A Megumi spoiler. Interesting.
There was
I don't-
apparently
I
a
don't know.
Megumi
Yeah, I don't
skin
know
on
many Megumi
Fortnite
spoilers.
that was such a massive spoiler.
Really?
It could have been
Manga?
fake. I'm hoping it's fake, because I'm doubting that Fortnite would do that.
Oh no,
Yeah, they
probably,
definitely
bro, they
wouldn't
have
put
Super
anything
Saiyan
from
Blue
a
Goku,
manga.
so I wouldn't.
You guys want me to tell you what it is?
I
Sure.
could have gotten spoiled this. So sure.
I don't know if it's confirmed. It was just
But
there was a Fortnite skin of Megumi with the Sakuna things, and that was
Nah,
and the,
bro,
and the
that's
guy
so
that saw
fake.
it was like
I mean,
Megumi's
it could be like a.
kind of
it
eat
could
the
be
finger
like-
and turn it.
that's-
And
It could be
So
like
fake,
a reskin.
bro.
It could be like a reskin.
Hopefully.
Like they could be like
Hopefully,
an alternate timeline kind of. I don't know, but that would.
I don't know.
that would
Hopefully
be
it's fake,
interesting,
but
yeah, we'll see. But anyways, season 3 is coming in when? December? I can't wait.
December or Jan,
Now I
something
just
like that.
can't
It's-
wait.
It's
bro.
gonna be
now I'm like hooked. Now I'm gonna watch season 1 because I forgot so much shit. I need to like
Sure.
connect the
You should.
dots.
You should and confirm what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
the link
'cause-
between season 1, like the Yuji from the blood.
Because like those
Yeah.
2 demons that Choso started, I don't even remember them. That's how much I forgot about season 1. So I'm gonna rewatch season
Yeah.
1. I'm gonna.
I
see
only
the
got
dynamic.
it when I watched them in a row.
And now I'm gonna watch
Now-
season 2 again. So then it'll be like one coherent. Like before season 3, I'll watch
Now-
season 2, and then.
Now that we have all admitted the incredible season that is JJK season 2,
Yep.
let's talk about the anime that people are somehow comparing to JJK, and that recently on Crunchyroll, as of today, is now the most popular anime in the history of anime, beating out One Piece.
Only because One Piece is on break for 6 months. When One Piece comes back, that's gonna
Sure.
change. But
Sure,
here's the thing.
but that's the thing. Now let me first tell you my issue with solo leveling, because last week I mentioned how much I like solo leveling. Solo leveling was cool, that I was into it, and it was cool. Now you guys watched the latest episode, right?
No, not even close. I just got spoiled the latest episode, but I didn't watch
Oh.
the latest episode. No.
Okay, well, since you're
But I got
spoiling
spoiled.
this episode,
I
what's
got
the
spoiled,
latest
so you can
episode?
just mention. I got spoiled, so you can just mention.
If you got
It's
spoiled,
not even
then
a spoiler.
can I
Like
talk about it?
obviously he's gonna fight this thing. Like it's not a spoiler. Well, yeah, go ahead. It's not a spoiler.
All right, fuck it. Spoiler alert to anyone who has not caught up with solo leveling.
There's no such
So-
thing as spoilers in Solo. Okay, go on. Okay.
Right now they're in their Chimera Ant arc, and other than the fact that this arc is like copy paste the
Chimera
Ant
Ant,
arc from
thank
Hunter,
you. When
but
I
whatever.
saw that shit,
Except now fucking boring beyond belief.
no. Chimera Ant's
Okay,
10
but
times.
there's a
okay,
limit.
here's the thing.
There's a
When I saw
There's a
only one
difference-
episode from this. I saw or like a part of an episode. Sorry, go ahead. You go first because you watched it. I'll say my thing that I watched.
Yeah, what I was saying is that sure, Hunter was on the slower end of the spectrum, but what Solo Leveling does that is so infuriatingly annoying is that it is way too fast. Like as Karim was saying, sure, this guy destroyed the ant. I don't give a fuck about this ant. I met him last episode. I don't care. Like I don't even know how strong he is. He could have not had a voice actor, and I wouldn't have cared.
The thing that's
Like it really.
one thing is like the thing
It
is it's
doesn't
not
matter.
only that. It's not only that he appeared for one episode and they just destroyed every S-class hero that ever existed, or whatever they're called, hunters. So it's like,
And this is what really pissed me off because I was really enjoying Solo Leveling
not
until
really
this episode.
what we're
But this is
talking
what
about.
really pissed me off.
There's an ant.
King of the
And he
Ants.
killed
the King of the
he
Ants.
he just so their S ranks were in Jeju Island, whatever, and then the King of the Ants came and he destroyed all of them. And then what's his
Sun
name?
Jin-woo.
Jason? Sun Jin-woo. He switches there, and then he destroys him. This episode.
not to discredit the animators.
Like he
the
switches with
animation
one
was
of his
amazing.
shadows that he had implanted.
Oh, he can do that already.
Yeah.
Not to discredit
So,
the animators. The animators were amazing, but
The animation's amazing.
Yeah.
The animation's amazing. But there are three main issues with that. Number one, if you were watching the whole fight and you could switch whenever the fuck you wanted to switch, why did you wait until half of them died?
There's a
Why didn't you just fucking switch from the beginning when the king showed up?
it's called aura farming. That's first one. Now second, no, you gotta aura farm at the end.
Wait. My second issue is you bring us this character that is so fucking strong. He annihilates every single S rank. It completely annihilates them. And then our main character is fighting him. And you're telling me this fight isn't even gonna last one full episode? You're telling me this? He's so much stronger than
was
him.
a B
that
rank
he's
the
gonna
last
make him
time I
run
saw him.
away like a little bitch
He was a
in
B
10
rank.
minutes.
The last time I saw him, and now he's just stronger
Like,
than
what?
every S rank.
How? It doesn't make sense how obscenely strong he just suddenly is. Like at
But
least give him a
one
chance.
thing-
Like
I'm
I
just
wanted
watching
this.
you guys come to term with exactly what I told you the show is.
But here's the
Fair.
thing.
The third point, what pisses me off about Solo Leveling is that sure, Hunter and One Piece are a bit slow or very slow for some people, but Solo Leveling is way too fast, and it's insanely fast. It doesn't make sense that in 12 episodes of a season he goes from being C or B rank to being S plus plus plus. He already saved his mom's life, and he it just, where are we gonna go? Like what? Like this island that's been terrifying them for years, and he just like it's over.
Here's the thing. Solo
Well,
leveling is an
what's that?
aura farm.
I want to go back to what I said earlier about this show is like you were in high school, you made up a character, and then you draw this strong character that he have to fight, and then he beats it. And you just draw an extra strong character, and then he just beats it. And you make a stronger character, and he just beats it. And you make
Like,
an even stronger character, and he
The
just,
thing
it's
is,
just
a
what
lot
it
of
is.
a lot of people,
I don't
from
even
what I've
mind
seen,
that.
share a similar sentiment to you too, like on social media, from what I've seen on the episode, because you can't just have a random character appear for their first episode ever, and they wipe out every single hyped up S rank hunter to exist, and then the character you've been following that is like B ranked, sure, maybe he might be A ranked now, just beats him, so he's technically stronger than every S rank hero combined.
Okay, wait, you're not caught up with the full season, so you don't know some things.
Maybe-
He's
maybe
already
I'm
S
missing
rank
something.
by now. That's what I'm saying. He's already S rank.
Okay, it's been
But
12
that's-
episodes. How fast did he make that jump anyways? Okay, so he made the
Exactly.
jump from A rank to S rank in 3 episodes, and then he made the jump from S rank to stronger than every S rank combined in another like 4 or 6 episodes. Like,
Well,
that's kind of...
going back to what you were saying, Ahmed. I don't mind that. Hey, here's this new character. I'm stronger than him. Hey, here's this new character. I'm strong. I don't mind that. If at least when I'm becoming stronger than him or when I'm fighting him, there's like a struggle. Like I'm struggling a bit here. I need to, like, it takes me 2 or 3 episodes. I need to think of a creative way to beat him, and then I eventually. No, he's just suddenly he's losing. He's about to lose an eye, and then it pops up and it goes, "Hey, you can mutilate now." And he just...
What would have been really good is if he fought with the other S rank hunters to formulate a plan to beat.
That would have been cool.
That would have been
That would've-
engaging, because then you don't make your other
And
S
it would
rank
have been
hunters...
aura farming.
Then
And
you-
that's what the show is.
No, but then you wouldn't make the other S rank hunters just absolutely useless characters that like don't mean anything. You know what I mean? Then you
That's
actually
what
fit
I
them
thought
in
it was
somehow.
gonna be.
You guys,
When
If you're upset
When he
now,
had-
you need to stop watching because this happens multiple times. We
No,
will get
here's the
stronger
thing.
characters,
Here's
and
the
then
thing.
they will be rendered useless again.
Here's the thing in Dragon Ball. Let me give a comparison. In Dragon Ball, yes, Goku would become so much stronger than the antagonist later on, but he gets his ass kicked a lot before that happens. Like against Frieza.
I told you guys before that S ranks, nay, triple S ranks will become a dime a dozen, bro. They are meaningless.
Okay, I got spoiled
because
something.
this guy becomes stronger than anything ever, and then he'll find something else way beyond Earth, and then way beyond space and time, and then way beyond dimension. I'm telling you right now, this is how the show goes.
It just outside
You
of
think,
reality.
oh, the S ranks are useless? That sucks. We'll get triple S ranks. They'll be useless.
Here's the thing,
triple S ranks are useless. We'll get international ranks. Oh, they're useless. We'll get fucking interdimensional ranks. Oh, they're useless. It keeps happening.
I'm gonna go into.
If you hate the show now, stop watching.
I'm gonna go into solo leveling, not with the mindset that I'm gonna like for what I expected in the beginning, but I'm gonna go with the mindset that it's a less gag One Punch Man, a less gag anime One Punch Man, where it's not like a gag anime like One Punch Man where it just destroys everything, but at the same time it's not like super story or character focused. It's just one character. You have a character you're following. This guy gets exponentially strong. He's gonna beat everything. You're just in it for how strong he gets, how much he aura forms, the abilities he gets, and like, I guess if there's a story,
Yeah,
Okay,
like
I
I'm
will
gonna keep
tell you
watching.
that there is only
But-
one interesting thing in the show left to begin with, honestly. And it happens way towards the end. And it has to do with how he got his power. And even that falls a little flat. But that's the only interesting thing in the show.
that's interesting. Does it
I don't
connect
know.
with anything in the past, or is it just a one thing?
No.
Oh.
It's a one thing. And it kind of connects to something that, like, to how he got his power. But, like, it
I'm
doesn't
actually
make too
interested
much
about that.
sense. And it's very disappointing. Like, you don't expect much from the show. Just watch it for fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm. But it would have been so cool if when the claw was next to his eye, another S rank
saw
just
that
jumped
scene.
in and like pushed the ant away,
Yes,
and
here's the
then
thing, here's the
like,
thing.
that would have been so cool.
The-
Like,
the levels
did
of
he
power-
did he arise the ant?
I don't know if he's going to. So no.
But I mean,
See,
I'm
there
gonna
you go.
assume he's gonna rise the end. But here's the thing, right? Is the levels of power, like power creep, I guess if you could call it, that we're talking about, is basically, if we're comparing it to JJK, it's like Yuji struggles with a D tier curse. 3 episodes later, he fights a C tier curse, and suddenly he beats it in like less than an episode. Then he fights a B tier curse. All this is in the first season, and he beats it in like less than an episode. Then he fights an A tier curse near the end. He beats it in another one episode. Then at the end of the first season, he fights Mahoraga itself. Like Megumi, for some reason, activates it, and he beats Mahoraga in like one complete episode. That's the levels of power creep we're talking about.
Something
That's-
that I also really don't like is that so he's gonna rise this ant obviously, and he's gonna fight stronger shit, and then he's gonna rise them, and he's gonna have all these dudes,
So is
and
Arise
somehow
like,
still, Igris will always be relevant somehow.
bro? Igris
I
was
know, but
actually a cool
they
fight. I
explain
really
that.
like the Igris
They
fight.
explain
I
that.
like the Igris
Because as he fights and he levels up, Igris levels up with him.
I really like the Igris fight. By the way, the Igris fight was a really good fight.
Igris fight
He
was good.
struggled. He thought of he had some strategy here and there with all the magicians that I think the wizards that appeared. It was a good fight. It was a really good fight. I actually really like it. And I like Igris.
It
I
was.
like Igris as like the whole knight defending an empty throne thing. I'm a sucker for these kinds of stories, right? Just like I'm a sucker for Todo, the buff guys that are actually really smart. That kind of trope I really like because Todo.
It seems into buff guys.
I
Gotcha.
really like the buff guys that are really smart trope. It's an amazing trope. It's really fun, and they're usually really goofy. And I love goofy characters. One of my favorite characters is the goofy characters. So
Like you said,
when the whole scene of him appeared with dancing
He's
with
talking about
Sailor
Todo right
Moon, or I don't even know who that was, to be honest. I don't know who that was, but that was really funny. And it was really random, and it just like it was a really like what's it called, comic relief. For
When
how
you watch
serious the
season
shit.
1, you'll find out who that is, or you'll remember who that is when you
And
rewatch.
it's just
season
his idol, the fan.
Oh, he's like a
and
fan of the
he
idol?
has
Oh,
a
okay.
favorite celebrity, and he's a big fan.
So like
It's just a cool running gag. Like
I really
just
like
funny.
Todo. Todo is, I don't know if he's my favorite. He's probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite character in JJK.
He's really fun.
He's a really fun character.
Well, my favorite was Nanami, and he's dead.
Oh, poor guy, bro. Now, I was heartbroken.
was
He's not even my
heartbreaking.
favorite character. So I can't imagine
And,
how.
and spoiler alert, he don't come back. He's
Oh no,
he's gone.
his top half of the bodies is
We
like
know
not even
that.
the Dragon Balls is bringing that guy back, bro. Now even Shenron's gonna be like, no, bro, I can't do anything about that. That guy is gone. And I felt really bad for him when it showed the life he wanted to live and the life he's now living. Like, he just wanted a house in Malaysia on the beach, just chilling. But no, he has to fight Sukuna, he has to fight Mahito, he has to fight all these demons. It is what it is. I don't remember much about his friend. It probably relates to his story somehow. So when I watch season 1, I'll probably remember more about his friend, or maybe even the movie. I'll know more about that connection.
No, you'll remember it from if you just rewatch the whole thing, you'll
I will,
make
yeah.
more sense.
Before season 3 drops, I'm gonna do a rewatch of the whole thing.
Yeah, season 2. If you think season 2 is good now, if you rewatch season 1 and then 2, it'll be even better.
Okay, sounds good. I'll definitely do that. That was phenomenal season. The best new gen.
Speaking of
the best new gen. Oh, sorry.
100%, 100, not even close.
It's not even close. It's really
Speaking of Nanami and really cool characters, we wanted to play a quick game today.
That was a
21
struggle of a segue.
I think I made it hard.
I got there. I got there.
Yeah. All good.
So we want to play a round of 21 questions where we're gonna pick an anime character. The rule is we all have to know the character. We don't have to have watched the anime. For example, I haven't seen Naruto, but I know of Goro. Like, I know of him, so they can pick Goro if they want to. So I have to know who the character is, and yeah, that's pretty much the only rule. Since this is an anime podcast, it will be an anime character, anime or anime adjacent. Because like, we're not gonna get into the whole argument of is Pokemon an anime, is Avatar the Last Airbender an anime? You know what I mean? Like, we know what we're.
So I think the rules are you get 20 yes or no questions, and then the 21st is your guess. You can also use one of the previous ones as a guess, if you want.
And
all right.
Also, it has to be.
We'll be playing.
Obviously, yeah.
We
plan to do one each, but we're out of time, so we're doing one.
We're just doing one. Who wants to do a character? I'm okay with this.
I want to do it. I have one.
Okay.
All right, sure. Go ahead.
Ask the first question, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it a male?
Yes.
Is it from...
By the way, this is not a hard one. I just wonder how many guesses you guys can get this one.
Okay.
It's a medium one.
Is it a shonen anime? From a shonen?
Yes.
I feel like that was a stupid question that we exclusively watch shonen anime.
No, they're. I mean, I'm just limiting. I'm getting out all the other.
Is it from an anime that you like?
Yes.
Okay, so that excludes One Piece. That excludes Hunter. That excludes Demon Slayer.
Hunter.
That excludes.
I like Demon Slayer.
You would consider Demon Slayer as an anime you like?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm disappointed at how much better it could have been, but I'd still consider it's decent.
Would you say this is a new new gen popular anime?
Yes. Who's counting?
I'm not
counting. There's 4 questions now.
That's 4. Okay.
No,
I keep track from now on.
Because you started, then I went, then you say a question.
Oh yeah. Male, shonen. What else?
Anime you like?
I like
anime you like.
New gen.
So it's new gen.
Okay. Is it? Oh wait. Let's confirm. We don't have to just ask anime.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of want all the new gen anime haven't finished, so we don't want to ask him. Is it like anime that's done yet? But we need to narrow it down to its new gen. So the new gen anime that he likes. Wait. We can ask if it's an anime that all 3 of us have seen, because that really narrows it down.
Does it? Because we've seen My Hero, we've seen Demon Slayer, we've seen JJK.
Yeah, but it'll at least eliminate everything that's like Chainsaw Man, like Spy Family, but he doesn't like.
We not all Chainsaw Man.
But we've watched an equal amount of Chainsaw Man.
I haven't seen. I've seen an episode of Chainsaw Man.
Oh well, I would have said yes if it was Chainsaw Man.
No, I think it should be like a question where it's like, is it? Did it?
Fuck you! It's my question. Is it an anime we've all seen?
Yes.
Wow, the options are so much more limited. We have a lot of anime.
That's 5 questions.
All right.
Go ahead, Kareem. We can discuss if you.
Is it an anime that has more than 2 seasons?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like we could have picked a bigger number.
I don't want
to.
We could have, yes.
I feel like you just eliminated
JJK.
You've eliminated JJK and solo leveling. That's pretty much.
All I eliminated.
Right. Wait, just clarifying his question. More than, so that's not 2. So
it's more than
3 or more.
Okay. So it's either
Okay,
My
cool.
Hero or Demon Slayer or what else is new gen that has more than 2 seasons? My Hero, Demon Slayer. Please don't. Hell's
Maybe
Paradise. You
come-
did not like Hell's Paradise. Okay. Demon Slayer.
I haven't watched Hell's Paradise.
Oh,
so
It only has one season.
maybe he
though.
Oh, does it? Oh.
maybe he considers Attack on Titan a new gen. I don't know. If,
I actually
if
don't
it's
know if
like
it's a new
mid,
gen.
but like maybe. He does.
I would consider. I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
You gotta be
So
more
right now we
solid
have
with your
Demon
questions.
Slayer.
I can't be clarifying.
Demon Slayer, My Hero Academy, potentially Attack on Titan.
My Hero,
feel like
Demon
that's
Slayer,
it.
potentially Attack on Titan.
Am I missing anything else? Is it one of the 3 anime that I just listed?
What were they?
Demon Slayer, My Hero, Attack on Titan.
Yes.
Okay.
How many questions
So
are
we
there?
know it's
6?
one of these 3.
Okay. Or 7.
That's
7.
question
Right.
7.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Now
that's
how
number
can
7.
we? Okay. My Hero, Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan. How can we pick from those 3? Does it have to do?
In one.
Also, does it have to do with the? No, that's not a question.
If you're only gonna ask a question that eliminates one, just ask if it's that.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to eliminate 2. That's the thing. I don't know how to eliminate 2.
Well, there's no
You-
way to
you can-
eliminate 2
eliminate-
because that leaves out
no way
one.
to eliminate
Like,
2. Is-
Wait, what?
Just
if you
pick an anime
eliminate
and
2, it leaves out 1. It's basically eliminating 1. Like,
No, cause it's something that's only for 2 anime and not for 1 anime. And then if you say
that's the
Yeah,
same as
so it's-
saying is it
Oh,
the
that's
one?
the same
it's
as
gotta be 2
picking
left.
one.
Yeah, that's true. How do we? Where you have to ask which one it is. There's no way to like.
Yeah, just pick one.
Are you lucky? Ask if it's the one.
Okay, is it Attack on Titan?
No.
That was the one I wanted you to not ask about. I was pretty confident it wasn't Attack on Titan because of the new gen thing.
Okay,
So it's either Demon Slayer or My Hero Academy.
bro, just ask one and it'll be the
Um,
other one.
Sure. Okay. I think it's gonna be the Hero Academy because like there are more interesting characters to pick from. So, but
I
sure.
think
Is it My Hero Academy?
Slayer.
It is.
Oh, it's My Hero. Okay.
It is My Hero Academy.
All right, now
Okay.
we don't have that many
that was
questions
the-
left. Okay, hold on. We have like.
No, we still have a lot. That was the 9th question, right?
That was
it
the
the
9th
ninth?
question.
Oh, okay. So My Hero.
That was
Yeah,
your
yeah.
10th question. It wasn't the 9th.
Is it one of the? Is it one of the top 10 heroes after All Might?
I don't know what they are, but no.
So it's not any of the.
Is it a student in class 1A?
No. That was
I
question
should have
11,
just
by
asked
the
if it
way.
was a
Is
student.
it a villain?
I should have just asked if it was a student.
No.
It's not a villain. Okay.
So it's not a villain,
It's not.
and
top
it's not a
10
student
hero.
in class 1A. So it's probably a student in like outside. But let's just confirm: is it a student?
No.
Okay, so it's not a student. Okay, cool. I'm glad I asked
It
that.
could be a
It
teacher.
could be a teacher.
Okay.
Is that
Ask
the question?
Is it? Hold on. No, don't ask if it's a teacher. Is it an?
It's your question, not mine. It's
Is
your
it
question.
an employee at the school?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a feeling it's the rat guy. I don't know his name though.
No, I feel like it's
hipster.
Aizo.
Bro,
'Cause he likes Aizo.
I don't know. How do we limit between now? How do we limit it down?
This is question.
I'm about to
15.
ask 15A.
No. Yeah, it's
I don't
question
know.
15.
I don't know. What...
No, this is question
Yep.
13, I think.
No, 15.
All right.
You asked if it was. You asked if it was a villain. You asked if it was a top 10 hero. You asked if it was a student in 1A. You asked if it was a student, and then you asked if it was a worker at the school. It's question 15.
Okay.
It could be
Sure,
either
I'm not gonna
Aizawa,
guess right
the
away.
rat guy, or what's it called?
There's so many because it could be Aizo, it could be the rat guy, it could be the woman who has like the one that's
the mech
like
thing, yeah.
her. Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna say that, but it could be the guy, the speakerphone guy. It could be
the
the
microphone guy.
Cementos guy. There's so many teachers.
Oh, it could be Cementos actually.
Okay.
Because I know Ahmed like His dad likes soccer.
I don't know. I don't know how to end that. Okay, is
Oh.
this teacher in human form?
Oh, good one.
What does that mean?
Like, is it a humanoid or is
Like
it
Cementos isn't, the rat isn't, the tree guy isn't, but like Aizawa is, the lady that has the perfume when she cuts off her
I see.
costume is like.
No.
They're not a human. Okay,
it's
cool.
Rat
cool,
guy,
cool, cool, cool.
Cementos, and who else?
I think that's. I can't think of another teacher that isn't in human form.
I can't think of any either.
Maybe the tree guy, but I don't think the tree guy's a teacher.
Wait, isn't the Orca's a top 10 hero, so it's not Orca. Okay,
And Orca's not a teacher.
he's not?
Orca is a teacher.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He's a teacher, just not at UA.
No, he's not. He's not a teacher.
Yes, he is.
Anyway.
He's a teacher.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
He literally he was running the exam.
Okay, but he was a top 10 hero, so it's not Orca.
No, he was proctoring the exam as a hero. He's not a teacher.
Oh, okay. Changes nothing.
I know. You're just fucking with it. I think it's either Cementos
But I
or
genuinely, I did think he was a teacher, though.
Cementos. Do you how many do we have left?
You're on question 16.
I just asked 15, so you're at 16. So you have 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then the guess.
Should we guess Cementos and Rat Guy?
Sure.
Is
Go
it
ahead.
Cementos?
Yes.
Nice.
16.
Yeah. I thought it was a medium one. It wasn't hard.
Yeah, we could have done better there. We could have done a lot better there.
Yeah, but it was a good first run. I had a few mental pauses there for myself. But
that was our warm up, our practice run for the 21 questions tournament that we're gonna have next week.
Yes.
Tournament. Damn.
Oh, so we got to prepare characters for this. Okay. Everyone gets one character,
Yes.
right? Okay. Everyone gets one character.
And next week we'll have everyone with 2 characters.
2 characters.
Everyone goes twice.
Everyone goes.
See the balloons celebrating next time?
All right.
That was
sounds
celebrating you getting Cementos. Nice.
good.
Yes. All right. So that's it from us. Join us next week for the 21 questions tournament, as well as an Attack on Titan discussion.
Yep. Bye bye.
Yeah. If we watch it. All right. Oh shit!
Fireworks.
With the effects. Yo, FK's got a live editor on on site.
Like an AI live editor.
Alright. Thanks for watching. Share, like, subscribe, comment.
Bye bye.
Join membership. Donate.
What?
I don't know.
We don't have a.
We don't have any of
We have a
but,
Palestine donation link.
Oh, we do have that. Yes.
Join
please
a membership. We don't have one, but just find the
Someone,
membership you like and join it.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, 1 second.
Start a business.
All right.
Pray. Be nice to your parents.
Look both ways before you cross the street. Wear your seatbelt.
All right, I gotta go, guys. Bye bye, because I gotta go.
All right. Well.
All right, bye.